Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, where we're about to start our first, I guess, real trial. Hey Nick, what is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Master Mask Glossy I bought. Why did you buy that? You bought this? Where? Put a little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. And you didn't get me a t-shirt. Large, please. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Master Mask publicity photo stuck into the court record. A shot of Master Mask striking a pose. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it, I'm the criminal, me. He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor, I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. I don't want that. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. What? I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. It's so weird. I keep wanting to say that he's on trial for murder because all of our other cases have involved murder. So I keep having to remind myself, no, it's just theft. Just theft. No big deal. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Alright, 10 a.m. courtroom number 6. Lucky, what is this guy? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... Alright. I probably should have figured out what he looked like first. I didn't expect him to be Cyclops. What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Gatto, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ah, none. What? Why does that not surprise me? I almost guessed that, and I should have just gone with it. Ew, what did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never, but you said you've never lost before. Of course, because he's never... I knew that's where they were going with that. Exactly. I've never lost. Never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our heart. What is this guy? I don't know what's happening. Points for coming up with weirder and weirder prosecutors, I guess. This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. That's just mean. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gabo? It's not Gobo, it's Gatto, Your Honor. In any case, please give me your opening statement. Opening statement? Those are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. We have a pretty weak link in our, client, so he might be onto something there. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Hey, Gumshoe. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Oh, we're in trouble. Master Mask is the master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual he sent the card to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is always to go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Does it? So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Gatto, what are you? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Gatto. Or is it Godo? Because the judge called him Gobo. I'm wondering if it's supposed to be Godo? Shoot, what game was it? I'm gonna say Xenoblade Chronicles. There was a character named Gatto. I swear it was spelled the same way. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. No, please, proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What is it? You getting a little day drunk? What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. That's gonna be tough. Hold it. Tell me more. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yup, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. Oh. Is that really what that means, or is that Gumshoe being Gumshoe? An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butter fingers. Press harder. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you?
Who is this person? Zavari, he sounds German.
His name is Look At Me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. The heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true he did manage to retrieve the last item from the thief stole.
Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be.
It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. He sends a calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atney stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police.
Was this calling card that Lord Lear Taylor received authentic?
Well, the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public.
But you're absolutely certain that this card is real.
I'm sure you can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. Fifth heist, and he's usually sent a card on to Lord Lee Taylor. What's going on here? His fifth heist and your fifth screw-up, huh? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I thought he was going to get indignant about being called a screw-up. No, it was the 5-time screw-up that he took exception to. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from that guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atney. Most precious art pieces. So I take the urn. Art pieces like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous tear of Eminem.
What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop?
No, sir. It's the blue diamond, the single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bangora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atney retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. The target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right?
But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces?
Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look like type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. This is MO2T. No. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T?
I was thinking of asking the same thing myself.
I wish you'd just listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi.
And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions?
That's right, it means that Master Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But, also the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. Alright. Let's go through our court record. What do we got? Oh. I thought I was onto something. Wait. Alright, hold on. Think I got this. Where was it? So confident that I thought this seemed weird. As usually sent a
card on to Lordly Taylor. Yes. Is to only go after the most precious art pieces. Maybe I have this wrong. But like, solid gold statue, man. Like if you're an art thief and you're stealing a broken urn over a golden statue, what are you doing with your life? That's why I looked at this as I was trying to figure out what was there. I'm like, oh, they did put the urn kind of front and center though. So like the poster itself probably is what made it seem like the urn was valuable. Supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value. I don't know. It says the most precious art pieces. Precious is in... Valuable or precious is in, like... That's a cool looking urn you have up on your mantle there. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little net question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. Well, what do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price.
Well, prosecutor Gatto, what is the value of that urn? The appraiser I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense.
So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. Got him.
If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, I did just point out the contradiction. The argument made itself. But...
well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Gatto?
You know what? That's a good idea. Sit.
This coffee here, it's got my own special blend. I call it Gatto number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness.
What did you take before you came here, and do you have any left?
That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite.
What?
If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess.
Sorry, but I don't get what you mean.
If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Mask to Mask?
Fake Mask to Mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it.
Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Gatto's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting.
Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Oh, hold on. Set before the heist, the emblem is top secret. Okay, hold on. I will be coming to Purloin, the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Khura'in exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn. Won't you? You're sure. I never actually read that before. At least that I remember. Wait a second. I wanted to look at this earlier. I wish I could screenshot this and kind of like go through the differences, because I think there are a few. I think I see it. Yeah, okay, I see. It's missing the little, like right where, like right below his neck, or like right around there. He has the smiley face. And this one doesn't have it. Nailed it. Please? Please let me nail it? The proof is right here.
This looks like a photo taken by a security camera.
But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it.
Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and just show us what about this picture's so peculiar.
Right there. It's right here, of course.
You mean mask to mask?
I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I brought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest.
Breach, here, bailiff, get my steed, we need to retreat at once.
Please never change, Judge. A brooch, Your Honor. It's sort of a clasp for holding one's cape on.
A clasp, eh? Ah, I see it now.
But the mask in the security camera photo. Ah, he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask to mask is a fake. Ooh, this, I think, hurts our case. I've been fooled again.
Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how? How could you have overlooked this?
You getting fired again? I'm sorry, sir, I don't know how I...
Nay now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Gatto, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this?
Ah! That's mask to mask brooch.
Where did you find it? Well, I always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadows of a big female Buddha statue.
Buddha statue? You must mean the Ami Faye statue. I was like, wait, what? Well, why didn't you tell me about that, sir?
I always put evidence away in my pocket.
It seems illegal.
After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence.
This guy is one cool customer. How much coffee has this guy gone through?
It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too.
Beg pardon?
Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints.
What?
What? His fingerprints are on the brooch?
Oh, this is bad.
Order in the court. Mr. Gatto, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her.
I'm not gonna judge.
It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a struggle that night at the crime scene.
Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Found in the shadow of Ami-Face statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. Well, we know there was no struggle.
Ha! You mess with Gatto. And you get burned.
Ugh. He's been playing me like a violin.
Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness.
And I think we'll just have to see who that next witness is in the next episode. The whole time I'm like, oh, we're walking into his trap. This whole try to prove it was fake mask-to-mask thing is not going well for us, but who knows? We'll turn it around somehow and figure out what in the world is going on. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.